Right now, this coin could be heads or tails. We don't know until we look. Tiny things in our universe sometimes act like that. Many maybes at once. Welcome. In this lesson, we will learn what people mean by quantum theory in plain language and how those ideas can help us tell clearer, cooler stories. Today we are using metaphors, not doing physics inside this epic. Quantum theory is a scientific way to explain how very tiny things like atoms and light behave. Here's the simple version. Things often come in tiny chunks called quanta. We get probabilities, not perfect certainties, for many events. Looking or measuring can change what result you get. Tiny things can be linked so that learning about one tells you about another. This is called entanglement. When lots of stuff interacts, the weirdness fades and the world looks normal. That settling is called decoherence. We are borrowing these ideas as story lenses. They are not spells, they are ways to think. Let's turn six of these into simple visual story tools you can use or spot in the Mahabharata. First is superposition. Superposition just means more than one possibility is alive before a decision or a reveal. In stories, we can hold two options on screen, two futures until something forces a choice. Second is uncertainty. If you zoom in to find exactly where something is, you lose clarity about how fast it's going, and vice versa. In stories, the more we focus on one detail, the fuzzier another can become. That tension creates drama. Third is observation. Sometimes the act of checking changes the thing. In stories, a public question, a witness, or a reveal can collapse the maybes into single path. Fourth is entanglement. Entanglement means two things are linked so deeply that learning about one tells you about the other. In stories, two characters can be so connected that one decision instantly sets the stakes for the other. Fifth is probability. Not all outcomes are equally likely. Setup, character traits, and foreshadowing weigh certain branches to feel more probable. That's why some twists feel surprising but still make sense. When the scene takes a public turn or many small interactions pile up, the many maybes settle into one ordinary outcome. The story moves on. This is called decoherence. Reminder, these are teaching metaphors. We are not claiming the epic is about physics. We are using simple science ideas to see story mechanics more clearly. Let us see in Mahabharata where we can see through quantum lenses. First is uncertainty and probability in Sabha Parva. What to notice is how the social setup loads the dice before the game starts. A single public humiliation acts like an observation that collapses many gentler futures into a darker branch. Second is observer effect at Maya's hall, that is Maya Sabha. What to notice is the perception shifts power. Being seen as wise or foolish changes what characters dare to do next, like an observation that forces a new line of action. Third is superposition of futures. In Udyoga Parva, we can see multiple futures remain alive during the embassies and councils. Track the threshold where talks turns into commitment the moment the maybes collapse. Fourth is entanglement of fates. Karna and the Pandavas. What to notice is the hidden kinship, vows, and long set choices tightly linked destinies. When one acts, the others take changes instantly. Classic entanglement. Fifth is many causes, one outcome. In Anushasana Parva, the text itself debates who caused the result hunter, serpent, time, or fate. This is a perfect place to see how multiple factors weigh a single outcome. Fifth is ethical collapse of branches. In Shanti Parva, we see after the war, values act like an observer. Ethics chooses among competing paths, fixing the kingdom direction. Try this with me. Our hero must choose between truth and loyalty. For 10 seconds, we will hold both futures. This is superposition. Now I am going to observe the scene with one question. Who else is in the room? Suddenly the public eyes change everything. The story collapses to one path. So is the quick recap. Superposition many maybes. Uncertainty focus here, blur there. Observation checking changes things. Entanglement linked fates. Weights, that is probability, foreshadowing, tilts outcomes. Decoherence, the story settles. Use this to watch scenes in the Mahabharata with fresh eyes. Next up in this track is the multiverse theory and epic narratives, where we explore what ifs responsibly and creative techniques for reimagining epics. This was your primer, the what to look for. See you in the next lesson.